came to the United States. The deal was worked out according to the Treasury Secretary. That means Zelensky's relevant cabinet people, and by the way, his parliament all agreed to it. All that needed to be done was to have it signed. That's it. And he didn't do it. He's not dealing with Biden anymore. Now, one of the positive things that's going to come out of this is the Europeans are really going to have to step it up, and I think they're going to. They're really going to have to step it up.
Maybe.
And so that's a good thing.
Jody.
I'm all for that. So my view of this is absolutely clear. This is the view I take. It's consistent with the principles I've always held. It's consistent with American security, America's economic interests.
Pretty sky tonight.
The proposal by Trump with respect to minerals was absolute genius. So I just built on it, hoping that it would come to fruition. And I still think it will. Believe it or not, I still think it will. Because it's still in the best interests of Ukraine.
Yeah, it's still got some daylight and it's 6:20 here. Isn't it amazing?
This fixed. Unfortunately, he broke it and he has to fix it. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
Well, that sucks.
Turn down the noise and fall asleep faster.
Man, you've been waiting all fucking day.
Drift off to indie sleep. A channel that wraps
6
you in
hours?
an atmospheric
Jeez.
mix of hushed indie sounds, dream pop, and instrumentals.
Yeah, I know we're in the same time zone, but it's a big time
Indie
zone.
Sleep and a collection of other calming channels and podcasts in the Sirius.
It'll be dark by the time I get
Just
home.
search sleep.
I'm doing all right. Tired. Been a long week.
$3,000 to replace the transmission.
Got a lot done.
$4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget.
I got up to 55 here today.
Your choice, and they're paid
That's actually what it is now,
no
but
middleman. Plans
high in the 20s,
24/7
low
roadside
20s
assistance,
tomorrow.
Towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout
it's gonna
services, and a
bottom
30-day
out tonight,
money-back
the
guarantee.
temperature.
Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote. Call 800-378-7241.
Well, it's even
800-378-7241.
melted. You can even see some water on the river there.
800-378-7241.
It's on top of the ice.
Love using their credit cards. The most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But DC politicians want to change that with the
I'll freeze back over this weekend.
This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit
Yeah,
card is
watch out for
processed,
snipers.
allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose.
Well, my oldest German Shepherd turned 12 today, so I got him an antler, an elk antler for his birthday.
Businesses are excited and eager to grow America again. With renewed optimism soaring, LendSeek is helping small business owners looking to take their business to the next level and live the American dream. At LendSeek.com, you'll find our exclusive AI-based lending marketplace, where you can access up to $1 million in business funding with minimal paperwork, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how the funds are put to work. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with annual revenue of at least $500,000, our online AI-enabled platform can connect your business to over 100 funders with funding in as fast as 24 hours. Whether you own a local retail shop, contracting company, online business, or professional services, we've got you covered.
Yeah, that's Miss Doc's baby too. She's had him since he was a puppy.
Apply today with no cost.
Our other German Shepherds are rescues, but she's had this one since she was a puppy.
Hey, it's Frank from Fort Pegans. Something crazy just happened. A gang of thieves broke into one of our shipping containers and stole 112 of our brand new solar generators before they even hit the shelves. That means 2 things. 1, we're ticked off. 2, you need to act fast. fast.
Are you still working out a meal?
We have even less. The Patriot Power Generator 1200 is lightweight, only 26 pounds, crazy powerful, can run your fridge, and recharges twice as fast. It's so good, crooks risk jail time to get their hands on it. But you don't have to steal one, you just have to grab yours before they're gone. Because you're listening to this radio station right now.
Stir fry you did last time seemed to be
$1,000 discount.
pretty popular.
Solar panel. Go to 4patriots.com now.
Yeah, we know what you meant, man.
Patriots.com. Don't wait. These are disappearing fast. 4patriots.com. Get a free solar panel and save $1,000. 4patriots.com.
Oh yeah, dirty rice is a good idea.
Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings.
Oh wait, Tuesday's Fat Tuesday, ain't
We
it?
understand your fears and have a solution.
I have to get me some punch case.
888-625-4250. Imagine safeguarding
I'll get some
you and your
punch case this
family with a
weekend.
tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-625-4250. That's 1-888-625-4250. The future is uncertain. Take control
Yeah.
now. Call
Yeah, it's nice and cheap, but it's a pain in the ass unless you got a big rice cooker.
Individual freedom.
But it's I don't hardly ever cook rice. You got to get the traditional prune.
Here's a lesson of me. The pay raises. President Zelensky, is he going to apologize? Go ahead.
So I'm not hearing from you, Mr. President. I thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect the president and I respect American people. And if I don't know if I think that we have to be very open and very honest. And I'm not sure that we did something bad. I think maybe sometimes some.
Did you have any vegetarians show up?
Out of media, with all respect to democracy and
Maybe
media, but there are things that where we have to understand the position of Ukraine and Ukrainians, and I think that
like a brisket mac and cheese or something, or even a chicken mac and cheese.
Yes. I guess he wished it wasn't in the open like that. The problem could be English to Ukrainian, I guess. That's the language. I don't know. But whatever he does, he's going to have to use, I would say, non-public channels, not so much public interviews, to address this. Huge opportunity missed. And again, if I were him, and of course I'm not, I've gone through what he's gone through, his people have gone through hell and all of it, I'd certainly reconsider this particular issue. You know, sometimes you got to deal with reality. Sometimes you got to deal with reality. You know, a lot of the money that the US was providing to the Ukrainians wasn't actually passed by Congress. It was taken from different accounts. You can only do that for so long, and Donald Trump is of no mind to do it anyway. But just keep in mind how difficult it would be. It's not going to pass Congress. It's simply not going to. Again, even if you had a president who wanted to do it. That's the reality.
Hash brown, yeah.
Excuse me. That's the reality. And I think this was a great opportunity here. I hope they, I don't even know if they want to
Do a chicken one and then just like a cheese one.
Because I think it's very, very important. And I'm going to play some of what took place in the Oval Office. I'm also open the phone lines to you all over the country. You get your input on this, you get your take on this as well. I've always found that when I open the phones like this, which isn't often, on a particular specific issue, get a lot more smart thinking and commentary than we do from people who do it for a living. So when we come back, we'll play, I can't play it all, but we'll play some of the elements of what took place in front of the cameras there. And for the media, this is the other thing. That's the big issue. took place in front of the cameras. For me, that's a big issue. The bigger issue is, how is this resolved, and is it going to get resolved? To me, that's a bigger issue. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. Listen to that shit.
From Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran to Gracie Abrams and beyond. The Coffee House serves up the singer-songwriters reshaping the sound of this moment, alongside stripped-down classics and acoustic covers. Drop into the Coffee House, Channel 17, and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices. We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4181. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available.
No, she's still getting, I don't want to take her out yet. Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. She's been sick the last couple days.
Reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End their tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com.
Sit with her and sip on some bourbon.
800-575-4181. That's 800-575-4181. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
Yeah, she's been in bed every day that I've been coming home, so. She still went into work yesterday, but only worked half the day.
Hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Should be okay though.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code SERIOUS.
Yeah, we haven't watched the first episode of 1923 yet, so we're gonna watch that. The second season.
With it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true people are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion in each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton. Like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 844-57-BIBLE. That's 844-57-BIBLE. 844-57-BIBLE. If you're looking for the right franchise concept at the right time, say hello to Sparkle, not your average dog groomer. A new franchise concept that offers dog lovers quality, routine, and affordable care 7 days a week, and entrepreneurs the opportunity of a lifetime. Sparkle offers a strong, scalable business model that drives monthly recurring revenue and provides investors with the opportunity to take a bite out of a rapidly growing pet care industry. With over 200 licenses already awarded to
You know what a pain in the butt it is to take
there's never been a better
rig over there, over the border?
franchise in your market. Prime regional developer opportunities and franchise locations are going fast. Invest in a Sparkle grooming franchise today and get full service support from expert franchisors who know how to make business a whole lot of tail wagging fun.
And those clouds over there look like mountains.
Visit sparklefranchising.com today or give us a call at 888-600-4491. That's 888-600-4491. Or visit sparklefranchising.com. Sparkle, not your average franchise.
If you're a business owner with salespeople, how in the world could you say no to this offer? The top 20% of your salespeople close 80% of the business. 80% of all sales are closed after the 5th attempt.
Yeah, you hear that Corvette when it went by?
Did you know that 90% of all salespeople?
Well, there are in the South. Hocking Hills area. Yeah, it's a new one. Downshifted it and it roared when he got next to me. I can hear him revving it up from here. He's way ahead of me. You guys hear that exchange between Trump and Zelensky today? He kicked him out of the White House.
No. So we shall see where that goes. I'm not going to play this whole exchange. It goes on for 10 or 11 minutes. Let me play a few minutes so you get a taste of it. Those of you who didn't hear it earlier today.
He's going to play a piece of it.
Always made that you have. But, you know, people work for a living. You're busy. You have it. Cut one, go.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he occupied it.
So right here, let's just stop. So there's a lot of responses that could be made to J.D. Vance. There was diplomacy in 1994 on nuclear weapons. Ukraine gave up all its nuclear weapons, a disaster, gave them back to Russia. And so it doesn't have that. And there were other deals they made with Russia along the way, and Russia obviously violated those too. So you can stand there and go toe-to-toe with J.D. Vance. But why would you? You want to get your deal and get out of there, right? And go home to Ukraine. And tell the Ukrainian people, look what we've just achieved. We're not done. There's a lot we have to do. The Russians are still attacking us. But this is a great first step. You see my point, Mr. Producer? So why go toe-to-toe? I mean, diplomacy doesn't always work. Diplomacy can be a disaster. Just depends. But so what? You're not there to debate. Certainly not there to debate in front of the media. And it's not a debating society. You want to get that deal, which apparently was already agreed to. This is what's a little confusing to me. All the reports were that this deal had already been agreed to by both sides, and so this was going to be somewhat of a formality. And then this happens. Anyway, go ahead.
Rest of Ukraine, part of East and
Vance went off on him too.
So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 is 2014.
Yeah. So he killed.
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same.
See what I mean?
People.
This is, you're there to make your deal, not to go through all this stuff. You're there to cut your deal. A good deal that will help your country going forward. You're not there to get into a debate
Well, he got shown the exit.
about what took place before. And I will say Donald Trump was the first president to give offensive weapons to Ukraine when Obama refused. Javelins to knock out helicopters and low-flying jets. He gave that to them. But if you're the leader of another country and you see there's been an election, you think one of the issues is we're going to get out of these wars, we're going to get out of this war, you've got to calibrate your diplomacy. You've got to calibrate your viewpoints. in this case, a tremendous opportunity. Tremendous opportunity. Because nobody was going into Ukraine and doing what President Trump has proposed. Now, in my view, Russia not only has invaded Ukraine because of territorial ambitions, and we know that because Putin has said so. So the Putinoids out there who pretend...
He had already agreed to sign it. His parliament had already okayed it. But he blew it up.
Russia has 10 military bases. China's building bases there. This is why President Trump's talking about Greenland, which is very significant and very important. And by the way, tons of rare earth minerals in Greenland too. So the president's thinking very strategically. So this is what is perplexing to me.
I think he has a chance. He hasn't flown back yet. I think he's going to try and get in there again tomorrow.
Better than a Marshall Plan.
Well, I mean, Trump's heading the Winter White House tomorrow, so I don't know.
Pay down the debt. And
I didn't get to watch much in the afternoon after that. So it was fucking busy as hell.
And they're very, very important. So that's why President Trump, I think, is a little fed up right about now. Go ahead.
On the contact line, nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go with...
Here's my point. Ceasefire, no ceasefire. If the United States has a significant presence...
Dude, that is a front.
That I heard him say about
straight out west there.
Half hour ago. You know, you had 200...
Look at that cloud line.
We're talking about that. We're talking about mass mining and development.
It looks like a mountain range.
Massive capital investment, trillions of dollars on the line. Nobody else is going to do that but us and share it with the host country. Nobody else is going to do that. A host country that's a war, that has Russia right on the border. Who else is going to do that? Nobody else. And this is what President Trump came up with. You know, it's like President Trump came up with what to do in Gaza. Move the Palestinians out of Gaza. It was none of theirs to begin with. And Egypt and Jordan should take. I mean, after all, their so-called homeland is Jordan. And Egypt has an enormous amount of land. And they're right on the border. Now, Israel didn't say, no, we don't think that's going to... He said, yeah, that's a great idea. It's a great idea. The point is this. Some of these things have to happen in stages, maybe not. But if this had taken place, and I still think it can, we'll see. If this does take place, but let me put it to you that way, Ukraine will be in a much, much better position, so will the people of Ukraine. Because Americans are not going to invest, American companies, capital, the massive transport that's necessary to dig for these minerals and to move these minerals and to refine these minerals and develop them and ship them overseas. You're going to need ports, you're going to need all kinds of mining facilities, you're going to need all kinds of housing and buildings and all the rest. This is how you develop a country. I'm just saying that's, not a lot of countries can do that. We can, number one, and not a lot of countries would do it under these circumstances with Russia on the border. President Trump says he will. Tremendous opportunity for the Ukrainians. That's why it's very frustrating to so many people. Well, I'm not going to go through the rest of this. It goes on and on. It's pretty unpleasant, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't like the fact that the Russians are going to love it, the Chinese are going to love it, but the Russians and the Chinese need to be careful too, because what did they see there? Well, they saw him beating up on Zelensky. Then they saw more than that. They saw the President of the United States, who may well be dealing with them in a similar way, depending on what happens. They've only begun to talk to Russia. They haven't even begun to talk to China, meaning we, when it comes to Taiwan. So we shall see. But they much rather would have had a Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. There's no question about it. Now, the Democrats who are attacking Donald Trump tonight, I just have a question for them. What is your resolution for this? You're not going to get billions and billions more passed through Congress. So what's your resolution? I'm just curious.
Absolutely, Mitty.
You have none. You have nothing. Zippo. As a matter of fact, there's a big percentage of you, when we look at the other part, another part of the world, another region, the Middle East, that we're supporting boycotting Israel, withholding weapons from Israel. In fact, you did withhold weapons from Israel. You weren't supportive of Netanyahu and the things he wanted to do to defeat Hamas, and he did them anyway. The things he wanted to do to clobber Hezbollah, defeat Hezbollah, but he did them anyway. And the things he wanted to do to Iran, and he did them anyway, but you held him back from the main thing, which was the destruction of their nuclear weapons. Kind of strange, isn't it? Very strange. All in for Ukraine, but not all in for Israel. What's that all about? But don't ask them that, because they can't explain it. I can explain it. It's a Jew hatred that's growing. So it's metastasizing. It's a poison in the Democrat Party and their academic institutions and their media and elsewhere. Waiting for Mitchell Ivers to write.
Oh, first season was awesome.
Coward, in my humble opinion. Who's he? He's nobody. Don't worry. He should become famous, at least infamous. But they literally cut weapons off from Israel. Weapons that Israel already paid for.
There you go.
They cut them off anyway.
I think I'm out of Buffalo. I think I'm going to have to go with the Basil Hayden tonight.
Look,
Toasted.
the bottom line is it's not going to happen. There's not the votes in Congress. And there's not support for that in the White House.
Not a huge fan of Bullet, but I had a 10-year-old Bullet last night. That was really good.
Nowhere. Nowhere. I'll be right back.
Mark Lopin.
Hear every note of U2's epic journey from their post-punk roots in the streets of Dublin.
All right.
Groundbreaking live experiences.
I got connections. I can get the hard ones too.
Exclusive commentary from amongst the most dynamic bands.
U2 doesn't have a genre because it's in that discovery of new territory that we come alive.
U2X Radio, Channel 32, and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at Endurance or
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or need
Oh, I thought you were serious.
repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20
That's
years
cool.
old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-294-7532. That's 800-294-7532. 800-294-7532.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But DC politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing you to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
All across the United States, small businesses are excited and eager to grow America again. With renewed optimism soaring, Blend-Seek is helping small business owners looking to take their business to the next level and live the American dream. At lendtoseek.com, you'll find our exclusive AI-based lending marketplace where you can access up to $1 million in business funding with minimal paperwork, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how the funds are put to work. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with annual revenue of at least $500,000, our online AI-enabled platform can connect your business to over 100 funders with funding in as fast as 24 hours. Whether you own a local retail shop, contracting company, online business, or professional services, we've got you covered. Discover just how good hearing the words "your funding" can feel. Apply today with no cost, no hassle, and no obligations at lendtoseek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
All right, guys. If I don't get online, you guys have a great weekend.
A gang of thieves broke into
Everybody be good.
and stole 112 of our brand
Thanks for hanging out.
before
Peace.
they hit the shelves. That means two things. One, we're